Okay. First, deep exhalation. So do deep pranayama, deep inhalation. Retain for as much time as possible. And exhale also deeply. The mind should be focused only on the breath. It's called conscious breathing. Make sure entire physical body and the mind is totally relaxed. Means what? When is the mind relaxed? When it doesn't entertain any thoughts. So other than the thought of deep pranayama that you're doing, no other thought that should be entertained by the mind. So at least 4 times. So when the mind is well relaxed, and the physical body also fairly stress-free, raise the thought, the supreme principle governing all our actions by using the Upanishad mantras that are available in plenty, provided you study the Upanishads. Okay. So today we'll take the Upanishad mantra. It says that all functions are happening only because of the supreme principle. Shrotrasya shrotram manaso manojat vachoha vacham sau pranasya pranaha chakshushas chakshuhu atimuchya dhiraha etyasmal lokadambuta bhavanti. Look at the Upanishad mantras. Only does the mantra point you to the supreme principle, but also gives you the benefit of knowing that supreme principle. That principle, the pure consciousness, which is responsible for hearing. Shrotrasya shrotram manaso mano. The mind cannot cognize without the supreme principle. Doing so many things in life, taking things for granted. Please understand, without the conscious principle, mind cannot think. Yadvachoha vacham, cannot speak without consciousness. Sau pranasya pranaha, one of the most important mantras that reveals the ultimate truth, that it is beyond the life force. The life force also is a matter principle. Pranasya pranaha. Chakshushas chakshuhu. Eye of the eye. Means what? Eyes cannot see without consciousness. Atimuchadhira pretyasmallokadamrita bhavanti. So one who understands the supreme principle, after this physical body perishes, which we are going to discuss now in the 8th chapter, will not be born again. Atimuchadhiraha pretyaha. That pretyaha will come again and again during the 8th chapter. Pretya means after death, after the departure. That means what? So-called departure of the Jivatma from the physical body. What happens? Amrita bhavanti. Asmal lokat pretyaha amrita bhavanti. So, person reaches immortality. So, what happens after death? Let's understand through the 8th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Akshara Brahma Yoga. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Vakratunda Mahakayi Surya Koti Samaprabha. Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha. Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shaje Bhavaroginam. Gurave Sarvalokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Tada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Pratismati Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashakatam Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavatyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Tichandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanmaham. All of you do chant all the shlokas. The shlokas prepare your mind. Now let's chant Yam Brahma loudly. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunmanti Nimyaistamaihi Vedai Sangapadakrammo Brihadair Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyanavasthita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Na Vidussura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Saraswati Namaha. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Eshamevanukampartham Ahamajnanajam Tamaha Nashayamyatma Bhavasthaha Jnanadipena Bhasvata Jyotishamapi Tajyotihi Tamasah Paramuchyate Jnanam Gneyam Jnanagamyam Hridi Sarvasya Vishtitam Nahi Jnanena Sadrisham Pavitramiha Vidyate Tatsvayam Yoga Samsiddhaha Kalenatmani Vindati Jnanena tu tadajnanam Esham Nashitamatmanaha Tesham Adityavajnanam Prakashayati Tatparam Yathaidhamsi Samidhognihi Bhasmasat Kuruterjuna Jnanagni Sarva Karmani Bhasmasat Kurute Tatha Yasya Sarve Samarambhaha Kama Sankalpa Varjitaha Jnanagni Dagdha Karmanam Tamahu Panditam Buddhaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ashtamodhyayaha Akshara Brahma Yogaha Om Narayanah Parom Vyaktat Andamam Vyakta Sambhavam Andasyantasvi me lokaha Saptadvipacha Medini Om. Let's all chant sloka number 3, chapter number 8, 8.3. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavodhyatma Muchyate Bhuta Bhavodbhavakaraha Visargah Karma Sanhitaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hardam Swagatam, hearty welcome to the next session on the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What is the name of the 8th chapter? Akshara Brahma Yogaha. And the name Akshara Brahma Yogaha has come because of sloka number 3. Please see sloka number 3. Aksharam Brahma Paramam. Underline that. So somewhere in the chapter, the name of the, somewhere in the different slokas of the chapter, name of the chapter will reflect. Like for example, in the 7th chapter, quickly, can somebody refurbish your memory? How did the chapter name Jnana Vijnana Yogaha come? Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam. There is one sloka, correct? Sloka number what? Bhagavan told he will explain Jnana along with Vijnana. So the chapter name became Jnana Vijnana Yogaha. Like that, at least whatever I studied till now, including the last few chapters from Bhakti Yoga, go and see the name, how it is getting reflected through the slokas. Now, what is now the beginning of the 8th chapter? Quickly, 8th chapter begins with Arjuna's 7 questions. You all know the 7 questions. So Arjuna asked, what is Brahma? What is Adhyatma? What is Karma? What is Adhibhuta? What is Adhideva? What is Adhiyajna? And 7th question is, how should one remember? In what way? What is the process? And how? In what form? Should one remember Supreme Being, Bhagavan, at the time of death? So Bhagavan also, like a good teacher, answers in the same order. See, a good teacher will follow the same thing. That's how good teachers will encourage students by following what the student is asking. So the first question was what? What is Brahma? Brahma means when you take the Kridanta, the root, it is Brahman. Write down. Nakaranta Napumsakalingaha Brahman Shabdaha Brahma Brahmani Brahmani Brahma Brahmani Brahmani. So that is what? Brahman Shabda. So Brahman. So the question is, what is Brahman? So Bhagavan's answer in a nutshell, because the goal of the 8th chapter is to explain in detail about what? What happens to the Jivatma after death. So quickly he will cover all these topics and then focus on the most important question, the 7th question. So Bhagavan says, Brahman is the supreme imperishable entity. See, it contains everything that you need to know. It is supreme, paramam. Supreme means what? Nothing can be greater than that. Mahantam vibhumatmanam. Tam mahan, that is greater than the greatest. Supreme. So you can say a monarch or a king or the head of a country. Many of you are not camera on. I don't know why. How switch on cameras? He's supreme in a country. Yes or no? Arun Subramaniam? Supreme, correct? King. But will that king or monarch always exist? Is that person imperishable? Will the person perish or not? Even Alexander the Great passed away, right? So please understand, just being supreme alone is not sufficient. Another important aspect that you need to understand about the supreme principle is it's imperishable, avyayam. Supreme, paramam, and imperishable, aksharam, avyayam, all are one and the same. Ksharam means that which decays, that which perishes over a period of time. Aksharam, opposite of ksharam is aksharam. That's why the word aksharam is very important. Aksharam, first is what? Naksharam iti aksharam. The word aksharam also has got an independent meaning. What does it mean? Aksharam means what? A letter, alphabet, letter. Okay. So, aksharam, the omkaram is what? The real aksharam in Sanskrit language. Note down. Akara, ukara, makara, sahitam. What? Tripada, matra, what? Aksharam, omkaram. So, when you say a, u, ma, all the words are contained in the word omkara. So, when you chant any word, either it open the mouth and say a, u, or ma. So, the om contains all the words and also represents supreme being. So, two meanings. From the standpoint of omkara, the symbol as well as the fact that it is imperishable. Aksharam, paramam, supreme. So, for what is the first definition? Ken, Brahman is equal to the supreme imperishable entity is Brahman. And where is this Brahman? That Brahman is your Atman. That you will understand over a period of time when you study Gita and Vedanta properly. So first definition given, first answer, clear? Aksharam Brahma Paramam. Then the second word is Adhyatmam. Technical words, all no technical words in Vedanta. What is Adhyatmam? Adhi plus Atmam, Adhyatmam. Devika madam, please don't put words. Listen first, learn. Okay, Adhyatmam. Adhyatmam means the Jivatma, not the true self. Jivatma is equal to Adhyatmam. Means what? Beyond the physical body, there is one subtle body. Sukshma Shariram plus Karana Shariram is Adhyatmam. What is to an Ajnani? That means what? To begin with, when you start investigating, you find that there is a Sthula Shariram, there is Sukshma Shariram and Karana Shariram. And as per the Karma Kandis, people who are focused only on Karma Kanda, the Jivatma Tattvam, which travels after the physical body perishes, is the most important. That's why they do all the karmas. Please understand. All this Jivatma is connected to the word karma that's going to come next. So, this Jivatma, which undergoes transmigration, is Adhyatma. But for a select few people who sit and study Vedanta Shastra systematically, are able to separate the Jivatma from being a transmigrating soul to be the absolute consciousness principle within the physical body. Now we are getting Brahman is supreme consciousness. That is known. Nobody is going to debate that. That is clear, no? That is there. But when it comes to the self, there are so many different viewpoints. Adhyatma means the self. What is the self? Is the self the physical body? Is the self the Sukshma Shariram, Jivatma? Or is it what? The Karana Shariram, Ajnanam? Or it is independent of all these things? See, the very word you have to call separately the word Adhyatma means it is seemingly different from Brahman. Yes or no? You have to use your intellect. This 8th chapter is quite intellectual. If Brahman, which is pure consciousness, also meant Adhyatmam, which is also pure consciousness, you don't need a separate term called Adhyatmam. Any of you understood what I'm saying? The word Adhyatmam means with respect to the self, something that is with respect to the self. And so depending on the maturity of knowledge of the individual, at least in the beginning. So Adhyatmam for totally a person, worldly person, Adhyatmam is physical body. For somebody who started to do at least karma, why do you do karma? Anybody understands why you do all this karma? All the, in simple way of doing puja, japa, all those things. And when you increase the intensity, homa, then all the different, for what we are doing? No, result is fine. Result of for Sukshma Shariram, please understand. When you do japa, does it go and do something physical body? It will do, provided you are able to do intensely, properly. It will cure diseases also. Mantra japam will cure diseases, but mainly for the karmas that you do, all the homa, the yajnas, or for Jivatma. For example, during this Mahalaya Paksham, Pitru Paksham, all the karma that you are doing is for whom? Venkataraman, for whom are we doing all these things? The Pitrus. In what form are they existing? They are existing as Sukshma Shariram. Please understand. They are not in physical form. So all the karmas are with respect to the Sukshma Shariram. So Adhyatma next level is Sukshma Shariram. For really a person who has got knowledge, who is able to separate the matter from the conscious principle, the Sukshma Shariram is seemingly real, but the absolute reality is consciousness, because of which the matter principle exists. So you'll understand. Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. Brahma Satyam Jaganmithya Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. Only then Adhyatmam will become what? What? The Atman or the pure self. Clear? Huh? Very good. Now, so second definition. What is Adhyatmam? Adhyatmam is equal to Jivatma. And this Jivatma is same as Paramatma once you get Jnanam. So please understand, Jivatma is not equal to Paramatma unless you get Jnanam. Jivatma is not equal to pure consciousness unless you get Jnanam. That is why Bhagavan will say later, Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. Among all the different sources of knowledge, studies, which is the greatest? Adhyatma Vidya, the knowledge of the self. Correct? If you ask, who are you? Please ask anybody, any of your friends, relatives, Rutvij, who are you? They'll say, oh, you're a fool. You're asking, who am I? You don't know. I'm physically there in front of you. This is my height, this is my weight, this physical feature. You also know I work there. You also know my wife, my children. Asking, who are you? Correct? Rutvij? So, the understanding of who I am will vary depending on the knowledge that you possess about the Sthula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram, and beyond that, the Shuddha Chaitanyam. So, for now, the knowledge concerning the self is called Adhyatmam. Self is said to be Adhyatma. Next. Third is what? Karma. So according to our knowledge, what is karma? Karma is all the actions that we do. Correct? Now please be serious. Note down a few points. We think simply doing some action is karma, but this karma has got a profound value. We don't understand. The word karma is called karma when it is related to action, and you say it is the actions that I do. Sometimes when you get some result, you say in Kannada, in Tamil, idi en karmam, idu nan karma. Satishwara heltiralla, you'll say sometime, no? They look at, sometimes I've seen parents, when they look at their children doing a lot of pranks, unable to control, They will say, "Idnan karma." They look at the children also and say, "This is my karma." Yes or no, Atish? Correct, no? So, the results of our actions also are called karma. Write down. Karma is equal to action. Result of action is equal to karma. Okay, this is little bit understandable. But there is something more deep and profound, no, meaning with respect to the word karma. This karma that we do is responsible for the creation of all beings. Please understand. And also, what? Creation of the different worlds. All the different worlds, all the beings are being created only because of action. The reaction to the multiple actions done by different jivatmas, right from insect to us, is responsible for creation of not only the beings, means what? Whatever actions I do, they are responsible for my creation in a form and fashion again. Are you getting the point? Today, if I have taken some form, some particular environment, some world that is existing around me, all those are my creations. Next point, are understanding? So, what is the experience that you have? The experience that you have is the world around you. I'm going deeper and deeper on understanding. Giridhar, you're once in a way coming, not coming regularly. Okay. So, the actions that we do is responsible for the field of experience that I create, and so responsible for the world that I'm going to occupy. Depending on the karma that you do, I keep saying, after death, if you do punya karma, you will go to higher lokas, bhuloka, bhuvarloka, suvarloka, maharloka, janalokan, tapolokan, brahmaloka. Correct? Different lokas you will travel. Those lokas represent different fields of experience, and those worlds are being created with the combined karma of Jivatma. So worlds cannot exist without karma. So whatever experiences, your origination in those worlds is because of karma. Are you getting what I'm saying? Understood? Sargaha. Somewhere we heard the word sargaha. Enna, Arvind? Sargaha. Sargaha means what? Sargaha means that which is creation. Correct. Time of birth. Very good. Venkateswaran is now very close. Time of birth means something related to creation, right? So please understand, that is why the word karma has got a lot of meaning. That means, what does it indicate to you now? Every action that I'm doing is creating my future. Are you understanding? If you are following dharma and doing all your karma, your future will be bright, positive, happy. Punyam is equal to sukham. If you knowingly or unknowingly follow a dharmic path, do adharma, it will create papam and you will go to papaloka. Papaloka doesn't mean only what? Atala, vitala, sutala, rasatala, talatala, mahatala, patala. Even in the earth, lot of people are undergoing a lot of misery, yes or no? Some people ask, sir, why there is so much of bombing in this place? Why did Bhagavan not make everything peaceful? No, that is a question. No. So why? Each one is responsible for what? Their actions, the results you experience. What all you experience, results, that is what is the world around you. Just now, Lata Madam chanted, Swabhavastu pravartate. Means what? Whatever you do naturally, that will come back to. So karma is what? So many definitions. So Bhagavan says, in this context, whatever People in the Vedic path do Vaidika karma by offering in the sacrificial fire for what? Better life, the next janma or the higher lives. That action specifically is called karma. So specifically, as a specific point, karma means what? As I told you, there are many meanings. Karma in Vedic parlance means all the Vedic karma that you do. And Vedic karma means what should be there? Agni should be there. That is why, as a representation of Agni in your puja room, you're lighting a small lamp. Are you getting the point now? All of us cannot create a sacrificial fire and offer everything. So that's why you at least light a lamp in presence of which you do all the smartha karmas. You're getting the point why you're lighting lamp. Deepam Jyoti Param Brahma. Deepam Jyoti Paranam Deepena Sadhyate Lakshmihi Sandhya Deepam Namostate Shubham Karoti Kalyanam Arogyam Dhana Sampada Shatra Buddhi Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute. You chant these slokas and light at least to limited extent you are having Agni in presence of which you are doing all your what? Pujas. Please understand, without lighting lamp, chanting anything, doing puja is of no value. So first thing you should do is light the lamps. Clear, huh? So here Bhagavan mentions, because if he gives 100 definitions, this sloka, this particular karma itself will go through entire chapter. So specifically, karma is the sacrificial offering done in the fire. It is an action. And what is the result of the action, Arvind? Result of the action is punyam. Because of punyam, you occupy punya loka. And when you go to punya loka, you experience happiness. Clear, huh? That is the example of karma. But all the action that you do is karma. Clear? All of you? So what should I be now aware? First of all, I should do more and more dharma. Should be very careful about whatever action I am doing. Action doesn't only physical action. What are the different types of action we do? Kaikam karma, vachikam karma, manasam karma. So all those contribute. Many people ask me, sir, why am I so miserable, sir? I don't think I've done anything much wrong to undergo this kind of misery. What is the answer? Who is responsible for my misery, for my problems today? I am responsible because I have created all these actions at some point in time. Unless you sit down and start analyzing, rectifying what I am doing, put ourselves in the path of dharma, there is no way that we can get rid of this continuous cycle of birth and death and this misery. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha dosha darshanam. Clear, huh? So in the first 3 words itself, Bhagavan has raised the thought to be very, very aware. All of you on camera, many of you not camera on. Huh? So if I have to know Brahman, the supreme principle, as Adhyatmam, as your own true self, I have to do my karma properly first. Start with proper karma, then do upasana, then dhyana, then study Vedanta Shastra. That's when Brahman and Atman, Brahman and Adhyatmam will be one and the same. Clear, huh? Now, Padavibhaga Anmaya, first sloka number 3. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavaha Adhyatmam Uchyate. Are you able to now follow quickly? Huh? Bhuta Bhavod Bhavakaraha. So for this, Sandhi Vibhaga will be Bhuta Bhava Udbhava Karaha. Write down. Bhuta Bhavod Bhavakaraha is one word. But when you do Sandhi Vibhaga, Bhuta Bhava Udbhava Karaha, Visargaha, Karma Samnitaha. Visarga separate, Karma Samnitaha. Samnya means is known as, indicates. Clear, huh? Now look at the meaning. When you do Padavibhaga and Anvaya, you'll understand the meaning in more detail and clear form. Now you see, when you go to the word. Now Anmaya. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Paramam Aksharam Brahma. Where is this? Where is Paramam Aksharam Brahma? Huh? Where is Paramam Aksharam Brahma? Very good. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3 logic is 3, 2, 1. Very good. Now you know good. One against Paramam. 2 is Brahma Aksharam. Paramam Aksharam. It's actually 3, 1, 2. Paramam Aksharam Brahma. It's correct. No, 3, 1, 2, not 3, 2. See, even there you have to be careful. Paramam is word number 3, becomes number 1. Aksharam Brahma. Very good. Ramesh Venkatesh, very good. He's now falling, almost becoming Sanskrit expert now. Very good. My Guruji will be very happy always. When somebody does Padavibhaga Anvaya, he'll give 80 marks immediately. Atmanathan. If you study my Guruji, that's the greatest benefit you will get. Very, very, very difficult, but you keep on practicing. Become an expert in Padavibhaga Anvaya, and that is what? 80% grammar. Let me tell you, all this, no other course is just useless. Waste. Okay. So, Paramam Aksharam Brahma Swabhavaha Uchyate Adhyatmam. Should be very clear. Ram Namsu is clear. Swabhavam Uchyate Adhyatmam. Visargaha. Where is Visargaha? Fourth padam, first word. Visargaha Bhuta Bhavod Bhavakaraha. One word. Bhuta Bhavod Bhavakaraha. Karma Sangitaha. Clear? PVA team, clear? All of you are clear? Simple? Okay, now, very good. Now, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Why Bhagavan Uvacha? Why Bhagavan Uvacha? Because Arjuna asked the question. So, last class I asked a question for which no one answered. How many chapters begin with Arjuna Uvacha? Venkat Sita Raman and one Mami. Shanta Kumar madam did sent me the answer. So Venkatji, can you put the the answer in this group, at least for people who come into the class we will give, not for other people. So where all Arjuna Uvacha has come, not only that, but where it has come, where the first sloka is, all that has been collated by Venkatji will put it. So Arjuna asked the question. So Bhagavan is answering. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Who is Bhagavan? Meaning I told earlier. Okay. There are 6 qualities for being called as Bhagavan. Okay. Anyway. Bhagavan Uvacha. First is what? Paramam Aksharam Brahma. Number 1. Paramam Aksharam. So there are 2 meanings for this. One meaning I told you is what? Paramam means what? Supreme. Aksharam means what? Imperishable. Clear? Ram Namsubo or meaning? Aksharam means what? Functional meaning. Aksharam word has got 2 meanings. Direct meaning, derived meaning. Direct meaning is letter. Derived or functional meaning is that which is imperishable. So, supreme imperishable is one meaning. Aksharam means also what? Letter. Parama means what? Supreme. What is the supreme letter among all the Aksharamalas? Supreme letter is Omkara Tattvam. Omkara. Very good. Now you understood now? Double meaning. If you study in detail, Bhagavad Gita will give a lot of depth. So, from both the standpoint, it represents the supreme principle. Clear? So, supreme imperishable entity or supreme letter Omkara Tattvam, which represents the supreme principle, is Brahman. Brahman is what? The root. Prathama Ekavachana is Brahma. Are you getting the point? There is a sloka in Vishnu Sahasranama. The word Brahma comes 8 times. Nah. Arvind, you know the sloka? Anybody knows? Let me see. Anybody remember the sloka or not? That's why I keep on testing all of you. Complete. Brahma Krit Brahma Kadayadu. Madale full sloka solno. You all telling from in between. Firstly begin. Somebody put the sloka. Okay. So Brahma, to practice the word Brahma. Huh? Very good. Venkat ji has put them. Clear? Understood what is Brahman? Aksharam Brahma Paramam. See, the Brahman cannot be represented in name, form, words, color, shape, pitta, dadresha, magrahya, magotram, avarnam, achakshu stotram, tadapani padam, nityam vibhum, sarvagatam susukshmam. So that is why we use Omkaram, and by the help of Mandukya Upanishad, analyze the Omkara Tattvam. It will raise you and make you aware of the supreme principle. Should be very keen to study Mandukya Upanishad with Mandukya Karika. Then you know how Omkaram, knowledge of Omkaram, makes you realize the supreme Brahman. Tera, Paramam, Aksharam, Brahman. You all understood both the meanings? Right, next. So that is one group. Second group. Swabhavaha uchyate adhyatmam. Now you see, the word uchyate means what is said to be. Is said to be on. Bhagavan is not, first, Bhagavan is not inventing something, no inner engineering. Two, means what? One of the definitions of the word adhyatmam is what? Swabhavaha. Bhavaha means manifestation. Write down. Swabhavaha means the way you manifest yourself. So how do I manifest myself, Sundar Mama? For the worldly people, my manifestation is this physical form. Yes or no? This is my manifestation. In Kannada, they say, "Yen avatarappa nindu." Na, enna avataram? You say, no? How you are born like this? You say that, no? That is a physical manifestation. But please understand, behind this physical manifestation, there is a subtle principle called the Sukshma Shariram, which is responsible for creation of Sthula Shariram. Correct, Ram Subbu? So, the Sthula Shariram is what we all think is what? That is manifested. But this manifestation of the gross body owes it to your Sukshma Shariram. Please understand. We desired this body, so we got this body. We desired this world, so we got this world. We desired the people around, so we got this people around. We desired the result, so we got this result. Please understand. And so, Bhavaha is manifestation. So, Bhavaha is the way I do what I need to do to manifest myself. So, Bhavaha, that which is inborn, that which is within you, that which manifests externally by your actions, thoughts, words, deeds. Correct? Daya Swabhavam. You say no? You say no? In Swabhava idenappa. You say or not? Swabhava means nature. We say no. Yes or no? What is nature? That which is inbuilt. That is which is inborn. That is within you. Yes or no? So that's Swabhavaha, which is the innermost core principle. And how does it originate? It originates from the Jivatma Tattvam Sukshma Shariram. As I told you, when we depart from this world, the physical body perishes. But all your thoughts, impressions, the desires are yet to be fructified, the deep down desires. Then your Purva Prajna, all that you have learned in this life, and all the impressions, samskaram, gets packed along with life force and travels and enters another physical body. That means what? Today, my previous actions have all come and manifested inside my physical body. And that becomes what? Swabhavaha. Are you clear now? And only when you understand that this Swabhavaha, which is a Sukshma Shariram plus Karana Shariram, is apparently real but not really real. The really real is what? Shrotrasya Shrotram Manaso Mano Yadvachoha Vacham. That's when this Swabhavaha, will be removed and only pure consciousness will become Adhyatmam. Or understanding now? Deep subject. Akshara Brahma Yoga is, after coming to Jnana Vijnana Yoga. So, Kunjang Jnanam Vijnanam, additionally you need for understanding Akshara Brahma. Clear? Huh? So, Swabhavaha doesn't mean only nature. Swabhavaha means what? That which is the governing principle for the nature of the individual is Jivatma to begin with, because you have got Ajnanam attached to Sukshma Shariram. Once Ajnanam is removed, Jivo Brahmaiva na paraha. Now you understand clearly now. You as an individual, write down the equation and make it very simple for you. Every individual is equal to gross body, subtle body plus ignorance. Now make notes. It's not available anywhere. No internet, nothing. You will not get no mission, nothing will say all these things. That is what? Sthula Shariram plus Sukshma Shariram plus Karana Shariram. Once the physical body perishes, individual self, that is I, is equal to what? Sukshma Shariram plus Karana Shariram. Clear? That is Jivatma. That which transmigrates, that is responsible for you to manifest yourself, your Swabhavam. From that, through knowledge, when you remove Karana Shariram Ajnanam, what is left is what? Sukshma Shariram. That Jiva is nothing but what? Brahman. I told a bit fast. Are you able? Anybody can? Youngest and sharpest mind. Have you made the equation clearly? Huh? So that's when Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva na paraha becomes true. Can at least two of you say you understood this? Sometimes, no, I'm not sure whether you all understood, because it's not a direct class. If in front of me, I can ask you directly. Na? Shall I repeat again? I as an individual is equal to, write down, gross body plus subtle body plus what? The causal body. Karana Shariram is called causal body, which is nothing but ignorance. So in Sanskrit, it is called as Sthula Shariram plus Sukshma Shariram plus Karana Shariram. The word Shariram is given so that you understand. It is an entity. Matter principle. Understand? All are matter principle. Okay. None of this is conscious principle. Please understand. Okay. Now, the Sthula Shariram or the gross body, physical body perishes and totally is extinguished at the time of death. Yes or no? It's gone. That's why we say this body is not permanent. At least that much, for people who believe in rebirth, Ramesh Venkateshan, nah. People who are reborn, we understand the body is not permanent. But only for what? Only for Upacharam. Upacharam means what? Just for namesake. But 99% will focus only on the body. That is the beauty. Maya matram idam dvaitam. Clear? Huh? So, physical body separated or not? If you don't separate, it will separate from you. At the time of death, it will separate. See, this subject is slightly serious. Are you all scared about death and all? Don't be scared. That is the only reality. Please understand. Huh? Anybody scared of death and all? So this word death will come again and again in this particular chapter. Okay? No, very good. Kalam only is, that is clear. Only Kalam only is not afraid of death. Other people are afraid for that. Okay, anyway. So, the physical body will be separated from you. So what you should do? Mentally separate now itself. If you separate mentally now itself, whenever Yama comes, you can invite. Oh, Yama, please come. See, if you invite Yama, Yama won't come to you. As long as scared of Yama will come and attack you. You understand? Become friend of Yama. Learn Katha Upanishad. I'm going to start that. You'll be the best friend of Yama. Yama will then will not bother you at all. If you want to be free from Yama, Yamasya karuna nasti, they say. He has no what? Benevolence. He'll come and take. But if you become his friend, he'll be with you. He'll take you on a trip also. Clear? Huh? So mentally separate yourself now itself. Clear? Yeah. So physical body is gone. Separated. Then what is remaining? Next. After physical body is removed, what is remaining? Sukshma Shariram plus Karana Shariram. Subtle body plus causal body. Jivatma plus Ajnanam. Three definitions are given. Clear? Huh? So this Jivatma plus Ajnanam travels. That's how we're going to understand. This chapter is very, very, very interesting. It will travel. How it travels? Who is helping it to travel? What are all the stations? Like from where? From here to US to India, when you come, you go to Frankfurt, you go to Dubai, you go to London. Like that, also takes some station in between. Some station it will go. What station, how long it will stay, all that you will know. So that we are going to understand. So it will travel. So what it will do, it will keep on traveling. It will travel, create another world. Means what? Creation means what? Combined karma of all the similar jivatmas creates a world called Bhuvarlokam, Swarlokam, Maharlokam. So this Bhulokam has been created by the combined karma of all the jiva rashi present in the Bhuloka. That's why Bhuloka is born, created. So anyway, so this Jivatma will travel and occupy another world. Like that, keeps on jumping from place to place. Nah. Very nice story, but actually it's no, once you go through the life, they don't even know how difficult it is, right? So what happens? It'll go on and on until what? The Karana Shariram is separated from the Sukshma Shariram. Are you getting my point? The Stula Shariram, gross body, whether you like it or not, wanted will be separated. Every time you are born, after some time, it will be separated. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu, dhruvam janna mritasya cha. Somewhere we heard this, clear? Huh? So then what happens? It will go on transmigrating, and in some janma, recently finished the Upakarma, Ram Subbu, பெரிய மகா சங்கல்பம் ஒரு நாளைக்கு என்ன சொல்லி பார்க்கலாமா? the meaning of the மகா சங்கல்பம். So anekada janitva, so many janmas we have taken. Pashu, Pakshi, Mriga, aneka yonishu. So some, because of some punya karma, we get know what is manusya janma. Praptavataha, we get this manusya janma. And then this janma should be used to do dharma, which we don't do. Look at what is happening. And then if you do dharma, then to get chitta shuddhi, karma yoga, then study Vedanta Shastra, then understand Aham Brahmasmi, realize it, and become a realized person. We've been studying all this, right? Then only the Sukshma Shariram and the Karana Shariram will get separated. Otherwise, what will happen? Like a permanent magnet, the Ajnanam, Avidya will always be engulfing your Jivatma or Sukshma Shariram. So far clear, huh? So that Jivatma, that is between what? It is between Sthula Shariram and Karana Shariram. That is the central piece. That is what is called Adhyatmam. Clear, huh? So far? Na, Adhyatmam. Swabhavaha. Now you understand? Swabhava means your nature. What is born with you, inborn, is because of what? It is neither because of Sthula Shariram, nor because of Karan, but because of the Sukshma Shariram, Jivatma Tattvam. For a Jnani, this is what? Ken. Adhyatmam is what? Jnani Adhyatmam is pure consciousness with both what? Sthula Shariram and Karana Shariram separated. What remains is pure consciousness. Clear? Fine. So how does all this happen? How does Adhyatma go through rebirth again and again? Time is up. Go again and again. Visargaha. So Visargaha, the functional meaning is the sacrificial offering. Visheshena Sargaha Visargaha. But Sargaha fundamentally means origination. Again, Sargaha enga vandru Gita you find out somewhere. Okay. So Sargaha comes. Okay. Sargaha means that creates. So Visargaha is functional meaning that those offerings, those actions that are responsible for what? Bhuta bhavod bhavakaraha. So fundamentally, the most powerful action that you can do to create the right world, the right experience for you in the next life is Vaidika karma. Write down now. If you do proper Vaidika karma through a Vedic priest, set of priests, there are normally 4 priests from 4 Vedas. Who are the 4 priests? One from Rig Veda, it's called a Hota. Next, from Yajurveda Adharyu, then Samaveda Udgata, then Atharva Veda is called Brahma. So these four people, when they sit down and do proper yajna for you it's very easy. What you have to do? You have to give contract. They will do the karma correct. Those are the most powerful karmas that can create the right future, the right worlds for you. Are you getting what I'm saying? That's why anything to have proper effect, proper result, the best is Vaidika karma. Since we are not able to do, Tamil rendam paksham solluvom. The second level or third level is smartha karma. Write down karmas are of two types, Shrauta karma and Smartha karma. Shrauta karma is, Shrauta means what? From Shruti. It's called Vaidika karma. Predominantly the sacrificial offerings. Smartha karma is all your japa, puja, dhyana, all those things is Smartha karma. Clear? Huh? So far, are you clear? Okay. So here Bhagavan wants to specifically say that those powerful karmas which you do by offering in the sacrificial fire through yajna, homa, there are so many different karmas. Starting from Agnihotram is the first fundamental what? Yajnam or homam, sacrificial offering that you can do. Agnihotram, anybody knows what Agnihotra is? Agnihotra is supposed to be done by all the grihasthas every day. This is the first thing. Okay, anyway. To Jyotishtoma. And finally, Ashwamedha. There are so many different homas and yajnas. That's why either you, I'm telling you today, give 5 minutes, don't run away. Because most important will come at the end only. Either you do all this karma diligently, systematically, being what grihastha, and again, or study Vedanta Shastra, get jnanam and get rid of this life so that you don't do any more karma again. See, you got only two choices. It is choiceless situation. Because if you are a grihastha and don't follow all those things, you are in trouble. So what you should do, Ram Ram Subbu? In the Bayan, I got this fear. Either I should do all the karmas or I should get jnanam. Which is easier of the two, you tell me? Seshadri sir, Rajendran sir, tell me, which is easier? Which is easier? Sitting down like this at your home, like beautifully it is coming, all this Brahma Vidya is coming. Get focus on Jnanam, Vedanta, Vijnana, Sunishchitartha. Otherwise, Visargaha is never ending. Please understand. Bhagavan wants to show Brahman, Adhyatmam, Visargaha, the sacrificial offering that people do. And what is it responsible for? Write down. Bhuta bhavod bhavakaraha. Bhuta doesn't mean Bhuta Deva. It is not Bhuta Devanana. It is not some Pishachi or anything. Bhutam doesn't mean the past also. Here Bhuta means Jivarashis. No. Bhanumati madam, don't preempt. No. You are here to learn. Okay, please learn properly. You create trouble, please. Bhuta means what? Jivarashis. Bhava, manifestation. Udbhavakaraha, that which brings about the origin. Are you getting the point? Bhuta bhavodbhavakaraha means that means that those sacrificial offerings, sargaha, the sacrificial offerings, connect the word Bhuta bhavodbhavakaraha, which is responsible to bring about the origin of all the beings and all the worlds. Please understand. Not only beings are born, but the worlds are being created by this karma. So far, I told you all the story. You have to connect it together in these two words. Seshadri sir, you understand? Visargaha bhuta bhavod bhavakaraha. Visargaha is sacrificial offering of the karma that is done, the intensity that is done. What does it do? Bhuta bhavod bhavakaraha. Brings about the origin of all the beings, bracket also all the worlds. Worlds cannot exist without karma. Please understand. Karma Samnitaha. Samnitaha means is known as. Is defined as karma. So, the karma in its potential form the most powerful aspect of karma are those sacrificial offerings which is responsible for the creation or origin of all the beings and all the worlds. To a lesser extent, all our other actions. Again, Kaikam karma, Vachikam karma, Manasam karma contribute to our worlds. What is world? Let me simple question. And what is the world? World is nothing but a field of experience. We think the world is the physical earth around us. NRS, correct. World is the what? Field of experience. During dream, what is your world? Is this earth there? There is another field which you have created. So please understand, it's all very subtle, deep concepts. Pay attention, take a resolution today that I will follow the path of Dharma as much as possible. If I don't know what is Dharma, what I should do? Ram Subbo. Tasmat Shastram Pramanante Karya Karyam Vyavasthitau. Jnatva Shastra Vidhanoktam Karma Kartumiharhasi. If you don't know what is Dharma, what is the Dharma, phone a friend. Talk to people who know this Vedic path, who know the right way, what is Dharma. Ask them, I am doing all this, is right or wrong? Any correction, do the correction. Follow correctly. Clear? Shloka number 3 we will chant and end the class. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Aksharam Brahma Paramam Svabhavo Dhyatma Muchyate Bhuta Bhavo Bhavakaraha Visargah Karma Sanghitaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. All of you, please download the ebook for the 8th chapter. At least tell 5 more people to download. I sent a message. It's the best thing that you can do. It is somewhere near the midpoint of Bhagavad Gita. If you did not wake up in the 1st chapter, wake up at least on the 8th chapter. If other people you know have not woken up, wake them up. It is your job to wake people up from the deep slumber of ignorance. Study the Gita with these e-books. Make their life fruitful. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Who is chanting Gita Samvatsara Bhavam today? Lataji, okay.
Namaste, Guruji.
Ah.
Shri Ganesha, I'll be chanting 11.28 to 34. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha, Tha Ekadashodhyayaha, Vishwarupa Darshana Yogaha. 11.28 Yatha nadinam bahuvum bhuvegaha samudramevabhimukha dravanti tatha tavami naralokavira vishanti bhaktrani abhivijwalanti yatha pradiptam jwalanam patanga vishanti nashaya samruddha vegaha tathaiva nashaya vishanti lokaha Tavapi vaktrani samruddha vegaha lelilhyase grasamanas samantat lokan samagran vadanejjalatbihi tejobhi prapurya jagat samagram bhasastavogra pratapanti vishnu Akyahi meko bhavanugrarupo namostute deva vara prasida Vijñātumiccāmi bhavantamadhyam nahi prajanami tava pravrittim Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Kalosmi lokakshaya krit pravrittho Lokan samahartumiha pravrittaha Ratepi tvam na bhavishyanti sarve Eva sthitha pratyanikeshu yodhaha Tasmat tvamuttishta yasho labhasva jitva shatrun bhungshva rajyam samruddham mayaivaite nihata purvameva nimitta matram bhava savyasachin dronam cha bhishmam cha jayadratam cha कर्णं तथान्यानपि योधवीरान् मया हतांस्त्वं जहिमा व्यथिष्ठा युध्यस्व जेतासि रणे सपत्नान्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Excellent chanting. One takeaway today. What is that? Nimitta matram bhava savya sachin. All this you'll get. Every chanting, don't run away from chanting session. All very important. Bhagavan is saying you are only a nimittam, instrument in the hands of God. Have that thought. Do all the actions, do dharma. So download the ebook, be ready for continuation. Very interesting. 8th chapter is interesting or not? And again, lot of deep truth is being revealed to you. So catch hold of this and come to the right. Yeah. So we'll continue on Saturday morning towards the end of 18th chapter. So let us see how 18th chapter is. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta Sanmangalani Bhavantya Hari Om Narayana.